Johnny Cueto, Zach Greinke. That's the headline on the marquee. That's the reason to stop what you're doing and watch. Two of the best right-handers in the game are squaring off, so just sit back on your couch and enjoy. It's Cueto and Greinke. It's the Giants and D-backs, and it's next. We've got a very nice Tuesday night here at AT&T Park as we get ready for Giants baseball game one of this short two-game series, Giants and D-backs. Hi again, everybody. I'm Dwayne Kuiper. Alongside me is Mike Krukow. Giants have won 3 of their last 4, so that's kind of a mini roll. But now they're going to have to face a tough one in Zach Greinke.
Well, tough indeed. In fact, Greinke 8-1 lifetime against these Giants. They hadn't beaten him until the last time they saw him. So he's going to bring confidence into this game. But, hey, they're going to throw an 8-game winner lifetime against the D-backs, and that's Johnny Cueto. He's 8-2 against him. So it figures to be all about pitching. And when that happens, it always comes down to doing the little things right. And for the Giants, they've been doing a lot of little things right lately, especially with their gloves, and I think that'll be the key tonight. Good defense.
All right. Should be fun here at AT&T Park on this beautiful night. All right. When we come back, you're going to get an update from the fellas from Willie Mays Plaza, and we'll have that for you right after this.
How about Sunday's 13-4 victory over the Atlanta Braves? What a confidence boost for this team that has been struggling since the second half. It was also a historic game, and it is our greater coverage of baseball. It is brought to you by T-Mobile. For the first time in franchise history, the Giants recorded 4 home runs and 4 triples in the same game. Panic had 2 homers. Span and Nunez both went yard. Belt, Crawford, Parker, and Gillespie all tripled, and it's only happened 4 times in Major League Baseball history. The last time, 1998, the Yankees did it against the Rangers. Hey, maybe they're going to do it again tonight. You never know. This team likes to make history. It's going to be a great pitching matchup, that's for sure. Greinke taking on Cueto. We've got Kruk and Kite. We've got first pitch. We've got lineups. It's all coming your way right after the messages, so stay with us.
CSN Bay Area is brought to you by Jack in the Box. Taste the all-new Jack's Brewhouse Bacon Burger today at Jack in the Box. Limited time only at participating restaurants. And by Toyota. Toyota's Labor Day clearance event is here. For Labor Day only, get $2,500 total cash back on the redesigned 2016 Prius. Toyota, let's go places.
Your San Francisco Giants are refreshed after a rare day off at home, and they welcome in the Arizona Diamondbacks, division rivals, for a quick 2-game series. Welcome back to our Say Hey Tuesday broadcast. I'm Amy Gutierrez. How about Sunday's 13-4 victory over the Atlanta Braves? What a confidence boost for this team that has been struggling since the second half. It was also a historic game, and it is our greater coverage of baseball. It is brought to you by T-Mobile. For the first time in franchise history, the Giants recorded 4 home runs and 4 triples in the same game. Panic had 2 homers. Span and Nunez both went yard. Belt, Crawford, Parker, and Gillespie all tripled, and it's only happened 4 times in Major League Baseball history. The last time, 1998, the Yankees did it against the Rangers. Hey, maybe they're going to do it again tonight. You never know. This team likes to make history. It's going to be a great pitching matchup, that's for sure. Greinke taking on Cueto. We've got Krug and Kite. We've got first pitch. We've got lineups. It's all coming your way right after the messages. So stay with us.
For the Giants to take the field, led out by Johnny Cueto. Our game time weather is presented by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. The boardwalk is open. Visit beachboardwalk.com for park hours. 64 degrees here at the park. Winds at 13 miles per hour. Humidity at 65%. And it is mostly clear. All right, let's take a look at the visiting Arizona Diamondbacks lineup. They come in with a record of 55-76. It'll be Segura, Bourne, and A.J. Pollock back off the disabled list. Goldschmidt, the cleanup hitter. Then it's Castillo and Jake Lamb. Not only has he torched the Giants, but he's torched the National League, followed by Tomas Owings and then Zach Greinke.
On the hill tonight for the Giants will be the right-hander Johnny Cueto, 5'11", 220 pounds, 30 years old, and he's in his 9th year at the big league level. 14-4 in his All-Star season, his first as a Giant, 2.86 ERA. And for Cueto, he's just been an innings eater coming into this with just about 180 on the year. For Cueto, when you take your bats against him, you're going to see a low to mid-90s fastball. He can two-seam and four-seam it. He's got a cutter, he's got a curveball, a changeup. Changeup's probably his best specialty pitch. And he is throwing a great ball right now. Lifetime against these Diamondbacks, 8-2 with a 2.93 ERA. So he knows Arizona well. And what do you say we take a look at the defense playing behind Johnny Cueto tonight, starting in the outfield from left to right. It'll be Pagan, Span, and Pence. Pence back in the lineup, the best arms in right field. Crawford, Nunez on the left side. Panic and Bell on the right side. And Buster Posey, he'll be in the squad, putting down the signs.
Hunter Pence letting everybody know in right field that he's good to go. And you know what? I believe him. He and his folks in right field, friends for life.
Oh yeah, special bond out there.
So we're waiting for Gene Segura to step up. And now we're ready to go. Maybe we're not ready to go. Something's going on. What is it? It's 7:15. Bill. Bill.
Now the big clock is a little slow.
But we're not going by that clock.
Well, he doesn't have a cell phone, or he'd be.
Well, somebody's got to have a clock, a watch.
Bill, let's go.
Well, who's he looking at? Benny? Well, Benny doesn't know. Benny hasn't looked at his watch in 10 years.
That's Dave Binzer. There's Dave.
Yeah. Benny,
seriously.
Pull out your cell phone for crying out loud. So, because of all of this, we get started on time.
Barely.
No, 7:16. A minute late. And the 0-1 to Segura. And it's another strike. And it's 0-2. So far, Cueto's trying to actually catch up to get this game started on time.
He doesn't like being late. Never missed a bus in his life.
And a foul. It stays at 0-2.
Paul Goldschmidt. Just checking out the guns.
Here's the 0-2 pitch to Segura. Foul back again. So Segura hitting .316. He's an all-star.
And he's been red hot. Look at these last 20 games. .365 with 3 homers and 10 doubles and 8 RBIs.
He must be hot because he is not afraid to swing. It's a bit of a quick pitch, and it's 1-2.
Johnny Cueto and how he uses his stuff. About halftime, you're going to see a fastball, and about 75% of the time, you're going to see something hard coming at you. Then the changeup, slider, and curveball. Right now, he's having no problem getting in tight to Segura.
Yeah, Cueto, you can see, almost disgusted that he hasn't retired Segura just yet. 8 for 31 lifetime. Those are Segura's numbers against Johnny Cueto. And they're going to go low and away, and it's high and away, 2-2.
Well, he's done his job in regard to getting pitches out of Cueto. Next pitch will be number 8.
Got him.
Just another little quick step and shoots a fastball right by him. All right, time now for our Togo's big play, the Togo way. And for Johnny Cueto, his last outing against the Diamondbacks, 7 innings, 8 hits allowed, a couple earned runs, struck out 9. That was back in May of this year. He got the win, and Zach Greinke got the loss. They match up again tonight. That's our Togo's big play, the Togo's way.
That's how it works, isn't it?
That's what we're going with.
Here's Michael Bourne hitting .265, and he takes a strike. Now Bourne has got some ownage on Cueto. He's 11 for 28 with a couple of doubles. And right now Cueto's just throwing strikes.
And he's carving up the strike zone too. These are not just belt high challenges. He's working the corners.
Infield pretty much straight away. Got him on 3 pitches.
Wow. And that's a guy that sees him well. All right, time now for our Nissan keys to the game. And number 1, you have to have patience with Zach Greinke. Take what he gives you. And number 2, outglove him. The Giants defense has been outstanding. Continue to outleather him. It figures to be a closely played game between Cueto and Greinke. Those are our Nissan keys to the game.
So here's A.J. Pollock. And he takes a pitch high. Pollock hitting .231. He's only got 1 RBI. He's just back off the disabled list.
Fractured his right elbow at the end of spring training. This was a devastating blow to this team to lose their all-star caliber center fielder. And really, I mean, he's almost as much of a catalyst to this lineup as Paul Goldschmidt.
So 3-0. Throwing nothing but strikes to Segura and Bourne, and now 3-0 to A.J. Pollock. And it's high. Behind the dish is Bill Welke, then it's Carapazza, Blackney, and John Hirschbeck. Hirschbeck is the crew chief.
Yeah, Welke is an umpire that looks for strikes. I mean, you're going to see low and some high strikes. You don't see big corners, but every once in a while you get an inning where you do get big corners. So from that perspective, it's a little inconsistent, but basically it's a good zone to throw to.
Here's Goldschmidt, and he lifts one out to Hunter Pence. And that'll end the inning. No runs, no hits, a walk, one left. Greinke coming out. Their lineup facing Zach Greinke. It'll be Span, Pagan, and Posey. Brandon Crawford, the cleanup hitter, followed by Belt Pence and then Joe Panik. And young Joe Panik is on a hot streak right now. Nunez will hit 8th and Cueto 9th.
On the hill tonight for the Arizona Diamondbacks, it'll be the right-handed veteran Zach Greinke. Greinke, a 12-year veteran. He is 32 years of age, 6'2", 200-pounder. See what he has done this year in 21 starts, 11-4 with a 4.29 ERA. Had to miss some time with an oblique problem earlier this year, but still a solid season despite the 4.29 ERA, which is about 3 points higher than what he had last year. But still, the numbers are good. 113 strikeouts against 27 walks. As we mentioned, great success lifetime against the Giants, 8-1 with a 2.41 ERA. You're going to see a low to mid-90s fastball with great command to both sides of the plate. Curveball, slider, and changeup, and slider perhaps one of the best in all of baseball. And again, he can go corner pitch with every one of his pitches. Very compact, great touch, and he can back off speeds with just about everything he's got. Other than that, he's average.
Very average. Here's Span. Span takes a strike. Span at 277 with 9 home runs. He's got 46 runs batted in. As we approach September. My goodness, where did it go? Span right back to Greinke. 1 out.
Oh, and by the way, Fields is positioned beautifully. There's not a whole lot that he doesn't do the right way. Let's take a look at the rest of the defense playing behind Zach Greinke tonight for the Diamondbacks. In their outfield, starting from left to right, it'll be Bourne, Pollock, and Tomas. The best arm in right field with Tomas. Owings and Lamb on the left side, Segura and Goldschmidt on the right side. Willington Castillo, he'll be in the squat, putting down the signs.
Here's Pagan. Pagan hitting 290. 9 home runs, 43 driven in. And he takes a pitch down low. 8 for 28. Those are The at-bats for Pagan against Zach Greinke. And the 1-0. Pagan taking all the way, and he takes a strike. Posey to follow, then Crawford, Belt, and Pence. Giants have won 3 of their last 4. They're a game and a half back of the Dodgers, and that pitch is wide. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Take a look at how Zach Greinke uses his stuff, and about half the time you're going to see a fastball. We mentioned the slider, and look at the league hits against it, 173. The changeup and the curveball, he believes in all of them, and he'll throw everything at you in a 3-2 count, bases loaded, no problem.
Out of play, 2-2.
Greinke, it's all about changing speed with great location. That's what he's all about, and he can do it with 5 or 6 different types of movement. Last year were the Dodgers 19-3 with a 1.66 ERA. This year he had some injuries we mentioned. Still 11 games in the win column.
Pagan flips one third base side, and that's a foul ball, not by much.
Hey, she brought her glove. Could not look any cuter than that.
Yeah, that's a good look.
And I can tell you right now, the color pink is very big in that young lady's life.
Make it 2-2 to Pagan. And this one may be playable for Lamb, and it is. 2 down. And here's Buster Posey. Pitchers do not get much of a relief in this ballpark when it comes to foul territory. It is not at all like Candlestick, where you get a pop up. If it doesn't go in the seats, the wind is going to blow it back onto the field.
Yeah, you hit a pop up. It's pretty much a big league hang with him.
Posey drives it the other way, foul to the upper deck. One ball and 1 strike to Buster Posey. I just did a very unfair thing. I asked the guys in the truck to give me the remaining players left that have played at Candlestick. So now really, instead of concentrating on doing this game,
yeah,
they're going to be working hard to try to figure it out.
Only because they want to know.
Well, the 2 that they immediately came up with were Beltre and question mark Bartolo Colon, which I don't think is a question mark. And the 2-1 offering to Buster Posey is, I don't know, 3-1.
Somewhere. Greinke wanted it.
Yep. Not that far away. Many, many more miles from our memory, though.
Yeah.
Foul back. It's 3-2.
But it was our place. That was our field. And that was the big leagues to us.
The problem is if you just couldn't defend it. Somebody said something bad about it, you couldn't defend it. You're right.
You
doggone it.
It was tough.
And the walk to Posey. And that'll bring up Crawford. Crawford at 278, 12 home runs. He leads this team in RBIs with 76. So Posey at first with 2 outs. Goldschmidt will hold him tight. And Crawford takes a strike. Giants are 37 and 29 at home. They still have done a good job of defeating opponents in their division. They're 32 and 20. Crawford takes outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. "31 games remaining after this one." Crawford taps it foul.
Just that little downward bite on that slider that's so acute, and he can just corner paint you all night long.
The D-backs do not overshift on Crawford until he gets 2 strikes on him. Somebody's got data somewhere that says that's what you need to do. It's 1 and 2.
Tell you, when you do the high home camera, it's hard to see the Diamondbacks in the field with the color of their jerseys.
It's true. And a little pop-up as Crawford got jammed, and Castillo will make the catch, and that'll end the inning. Giants with a runner on the walk. We will head to inning number 2. 0-0.
CSN Bay Area is brought to you by AAA. Get a free road trip day pack with a AAA insurance quote. Go to AAA.com/road trip or a AAA branch for details. Restrictions apply.
No score as we head to inning number 2. And for the D-backs, it'll be Castillo, Lamb, and Yosmani Tomas facing Johnny Cueto. And this is line foul down the left field line as it skips up into the seats, and it's no balls and 1 strike. Castillo, 12 home runs, 54 runs batted in.
Hey, it found a good home.
Look out, maybe the same spot.
Our ball dudes tonight over there, that's Chip Robertson at third base. Darryl Kessler is on the first base side. There's Darryl.
0-2. Got him.
Good changeup. That's as good as you can throw one right there.
Well, as we enter the stretch run, check out the new pennant race pack. You get tickets to 4 remaining regular season games. Guarantee your option to purchase 1 NLDS or wildcard ticket per pack. sfgiants.com/minipack. Select your 4 games. Here's Jake Lamb. Lamb takes high and away. 25 home runs, 80 runs batted in for Jake Lamb.
Solid season.
Yeah, the K cards here have the Cueto locks on them. It's very cool. On deck is Tomas. Skied into left center field. It'll either be Pagan or Span. It's Span. All right, let's check in with Amy G. Amy?
Well, gentlemen, you said, where is the time gone? I wish I could answer it for you, but right around the corner is September. That means that the rosters get to expand. Skipper Bruce Bochy hinted that within those September call-ups, we may see Joe Nathan. The Giants signed the 41-year-old former Giant to a minor league deal earlier this month. Guys, he's been with AA Richmond. Entering tonight's game, he's thrown 4 innings. He's given up 2 hits, no runs, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. He's 2 for 2 in saves. And Dwayne, he played at Candlestick.
There you go.
Well, Amy, can you give us the rest of the people around major leagues? Good, thanks. Well, Amy's all over it. So Amy's got something to do now between her next hit.
Oh, well, I mean, it would be a nice sight to see Joe Nathan come strolling back into Mike Murphy's clubhouse.
And Tomas takes the pitch down low. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Oh, yeah. Orange and black and a representative from the Dub Nation. Game ready.
Two pitch. And on the ground, foul.
Tomas has had a great month of August. 10 home runs. That's a great month. 1 away from the club record. Mark Reynolds has the Arizona Diamondback club record with 11. But Tomas is going to hate to see August fall off the calendar.
Tap foul. Two for 9 in his career against Cueto with 1 home run. Panic out. Panic makes the basket catch with his back to the infield. Willie Mays style. And that'll end the inning. Nice play, Joe Panic.
Could be a significant play.
Good.
Just sweep it back directly overhead. Johnny Cueto digs it.
Sweet spot.
is brought to you by Amici's East Coast Pizzeria. When you want the best pizza in town, Amici's delivers.
Here is Brandon Belt at the plate, and he takes a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Belt, 277. And he takes a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. He does have a home run against Greinke. He does have a double against Greinke. He's 6 for 23.
9 strikeouts.
Overshift, no third baseman. Foul back, 1-2.
Paints him way on the outside corner at the knees and comes right back up on his hands inside corner. It's as good as you can do in a 2-pitch sequence with the fastball.
1-2 pitch. Got him.
Well, the Giants Insider Podcast is sponsored by Max Muscle Sports Nutrition and is live on csnbayarea.com. Log on each week as Insider Alex Pavlovich will talk baseball. It's also available on iTunes. Check it out.
Yeah, Grant Brisbee is going to be his guest from McCovey Chronicles. Oh, that'll be a good one. Here's Pence. And Pence takes a strike.
Well, we like the McCovey Chronicles.
You like anything attached to McCovey?
Yeah, I do.
And another strike. 0-2.
Slider, and it's a unique slider in that it's got straight down break to it, and it's not an easy pickup with the spin on it. You don't always see it. With impeccable command of the corners.
On the ground, foul.
Ooh. Not by much. Made himself a play. Brought his glove. It's not the first one he's ever caught, by the way. Because he's definitely acting like he's done it before.
Pence takes up in it. 1-2. But here's the thing about that is it doesn't mean that Hunter Pence is going to swing harder on the next one. Because he swings as hard as he's going to swing anyway.
Yeah, he jackknifed him with that high fastball. So ahead to count 1-2. He bounces that curveball. That's a good pitch. I mean, if you get a guy up there and you make him emotional by knocking him down, and all of a sudden that guy's focus is to you, a lot of times they'll be aggressive and they'll swing at something out of the strike zone. That was the intent behind that curveball. From Prince's perspective, that was a good take.
And a base hit up the middle.
So when a guy knocks you down and you get a hit off him, does it give you some satisfaction?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, 2-strike at bat. He gets a breaking ball. It's got a little hang time over the outside part of the plate. Goes right back up the middle.
Yeah. Hitting one out of the park is always a lot better, which I never had that feeling. That still feels pretty good. And now if you steal second, steal third, that even feels better.
Yeah.
Joe Panik hitting 251. And he takes a strike, and it's 0-1.
But when you knock down the hitter, it doesn't just rile up the hitter. It riles up every hitter. So I guarantee things got a little quiet in the Giants dugout.
And that's wide. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Joe Panik 3 for 14. His numbers against Greinke a double, a home run. Blocked. Nicely done by Castillo. Pence has to stay.
Castillo's got a very good arm too.
Good look right down the right field line from the arcade.
Well, the light of the sunset right now is incredible. Definitely feels like fall's coming.
Two and one to Joe Panic. Three and one.
Pitching for that ground ball. Meanwhile, in Coors Field, Dodgers, Rockies in a rain delay.
Well, how many times have we been there where the weather's been pretty scary?
Well,
a lot.
Added up all the hours, probably 3 years of our life.
Driven into right center field. On the move is Pollock, and Pollock's going to make the catch.
Ball hit right on the button, so Joe Panic with another solid at bat.
Nunez hit a home run Sunday, his 14th.
Down and in, just golfed it right on out of here, and he knew it. Hey, you hit 14, you know it.
Overall hitting .285. He's got 14 home runs, 57 runs batted in. Check that. Yeah, 57. And that's fouled off the backstop.
Since he's come over to the Giants, he loves it at home. Hit .278 with a couple of big flies, 10 RBIs. On the road, he has not really got untracked yet. Hit .190. No homers, no RBIs.
Well, he's got 3 parks coming up, all good hitting parks.
Wrigley Field, Coors Field, Chase Field. Yeah, if you're a hitter, you're going to love the next road trip for the Giants. That is if you get wind blowing out in Wrigley. That always helps. It's blowing in, forget it. Great place to pitch.
Frankie working slow as he rubs up the baseball, walks slowly up the hill.
He's nibbling. He's got 14 homers and 57 RBIs in the batter's box. He's got no homers and 3 RBIs in the on-deck circle with Johnny Cueto. So he doesn't have to give Nunez, who's swinging the bat pretty well right now, anything to hit. And I doubt that he will.
Off that protective screen in front of the D-backs dugout, it's 3-2. So Cueto watching from the on-deck circle, no score, bottom of the second. Pence goes, and Cueto will hit.
I think he had a half a walk going back to the D-backs dugout. He thought the inning was over. Take a look at the fastball inside, just off the plate. So from the missed pitch, now it's going to cost him more pitches. The next pitch for Greinke is going to be 40. And that's a lot in 2 innings, especially for him. Best arm in the outfield for the D-backs is in right field. Pretty good speed at second base with Hunter Pence.
Tapped out in front of the plate. And that's going to end the inning. Giants strand a pair. We'll head to inning number 3. 0-0.
On CSN Bay Area is brought to you by Heffernan Insurance Brokers. Insurance and financial services for you and your business. Visit hefins.com.
Padres will visit AT&T Park September 12th through the 14th. On the 12th, it's Step Up to the Plate night. On the 13th, it's Filipino Heritage Night. And on the 14th, it's day baseball at 12:45. sfgiants.com/tickets. Padres in town. So here's Chris Owings. All right, I've got the list. Are you ready?
I am. Very curious.
So those 5 players left who played in the 20th century are Beltran, Beltre, Colon, Ortiz, and Pierzynski. Nunez, Belt. And Joe Nathan, who came into the mix. Of those who actually played at Candlestick, Nathan and Beltre. Beltre played in the last game ever at Candlestick. Nathan pitched in the second to the last game. And all that information compliments of Keith Olbermann, watching us in New York.
That's
there
awesome.
you go, Keith.
Keith, thank you.
Here's Zach Greinke.
Hey, if Olbermann's watching, we better tighten up our act a bit.
I think we're good. He's watched us enough. Outside and low, 1 ball and 1 strike. He doesn't have that show anymore where he can name us the knucklehead of the week.
Yeah, the worst person in the world.
Chop foul, 1 and 2. Worst person in the world?
Yeah,
come on.
It made me laugh every time you did it.
Yeah, there's the old seats from Candlestick.
And that's about all that's left of her.
You and I have a a backyard full of those. You know what, that opens up a whole new deal for us. We could, as Greinke rolls this one to panic, we could have that as a segment. In our opinion, the worst person in the world.
Yeah. It's probably been copyrighted though.
Here's Segura.
Although we might have a few candidates here the last week.
Absolutely. I think Lee Hammer made the list like 2 days in a row.
2 days in a row, he was the guy. You know, you're sitting there late at night, it's coming on, and you're kind of half asleep, and then all of a sudden you find yourself in a horse laugh.
You do. And you see Lee's picture.
That's like
one night, and then it's unimaginable the next night too.
That was magic.
1-0 to Segura. A 1-1 to Segura. Our wonderful boss at KMBR, Lee Hammer. It's great to have a boss that can't fire you. All right, here's a 4-3 putout, and that will end the inning.
Because he's the worst person in the world 2 days in a row.
Top of the order coming up.
Bay Area is brought to you by Mr. Pickle's Sandwich Shop, where the summer blockbusters aren't just stellar, they're interstellar.
No score as Denard Span leads things off. Span rolled one back to Greinke. And here he takes a strike. No balls and a strike with Pagan to follow. Giants have made Greinke work a little bit. He's thrown 42 pitches. Mike's formula, 15 an inning.
15 or less, baby. And Dave Righetti will tell you he wants 14 or less.
This is rolled behind Billy Hayes. Span hit a home run Sunday, his 9th.
That came a 2-strike count too. For Span, home run number 9. And really has just been on fire the second half. And he tell you, yeah, I'm a second half guy, and he's proving it every day.
Foul back. It's 2-2, or make it 1-2.
If you watch Zach Greinke's mechanics, they're about as simple as you could get. Doesn't have a lot of Doesn't have a big step back when he starts his motion. And he lifts that leg up, and he's in a very balanced position. And just a very easy, repeatable arm stroke that he's very consistent with.
Look out.
Let's take a look at his motion with our Toyota Exmo. It's brought to you by your local Toyota dealer. Good stride step, hand in a very high position. Really not a long stride either. Just compact.
Broke. Little roller to Segura, who couldn't throw it. My goodness. It's going to be an error.
Well, there's going to be some pressure on the play because of Span's speed. But still, he had all the time in the world, just got sloppy in the exchange, could not get himself a grip. And the ball just squirts out. So a leadoff mistake here. We said that defense was going to be very important in this game. We figured it was going to be a well-pitched ball game. And right now, Greinke's going to be asked to pitch through an error that leads off an inning.
So here's Pagan, who popped out to Lamb at third for the second out of inning number 1. And a strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-1. Roberto Kelly running through some signs to Span and to Pagan.
Get these ground ball situations like you have right here, and you're not going to see a lot of pitches up above the belt or above the letters. He's going to miss with stuff down at the knees and let the movement take him down below. Hope that you follow. You hit the ball on the ground. I mean, he's as good as getting the ground ball. And he's not really a sinker guy, but because he has such great command and he understands that he does have two types of pitch that can consistently get the ground ball, that's what you're going to see.
Outfield pretty much straight away. 2 balls and a strike. The high fastball.
Just taking aim on the hands.
Span with his lead. So Pagan not biting. It's 3-1.
Yeah, he's not swinging at those teasers down there. But here's where Greinke is stubborn. He just doesn't give in because he knows he has such great command. He just doesn't ever really give in to you on a 3-1 count. It's rare that you see just a challenge fastball with T-ball location coming across the middle.
Span goes, swinging a line drive now, and it's going to fall. Tomas got a late break, otherwise Pagan would have been robbed of a base hit.
And because of that, Span really couldn't do much, and he could only move up 90 feet. And we'll make this swing of the bat. And you like what Span did between first and second. He has to freeze up here. I mean, this is our forward right choice. It's just good base running. You can't get doubled up at first, but you have to be able to get the second if the ball drops, and indeed it does. And that's our forward right choice.
So here's Buster Posey. Buster drew a walk in the first. Buster, how about that? I've never seen him do that.
That's a first.
And this is not for a sacrifice. This is trying to bunt for a hit.
Well, they played him back. It would have to be a good bunt. I mean, if you brought that thing in the middle of the diamond, Greinke's going to be on it. He feels his position well. Lamb was playing way back at third.
I'm not sure Lamb is buying it.
Yeah, don't see him moving in.
There's a strike to even the count.
But if a guy who's got home run power is bunting, especially with 2 guys on and nobody out, I mean, he's doing you a favor. That's why I think he may have just been up there taking a pitch.
Could
He
have
maybe
been.
did that just to try and bring in Lamb.
And give us something for the scouts to write down.
Oh, yeah.
A healthy rip. It's 1-2.
Hey, the girls are here. Gamer babes are fired up.
1-2 to Posey. Giants with speed on the bases. Nobody out here in the 3rd. Two and two. That's Span and Pagan. Buster 10 for 32 lifetime against Greinke. Full count.
Doesn't give in. And you don't really have an open base with less than 2 outs. So first and second, there's nobody standing at 3rd. But that's not a base you want to use by way of a walk pitching around a guy. 2 outs, yes. Less than 2 outs, no. So this should be something to hit.
Well, Bruce Bochy may send the runners. We'll see. 3 balls and 2 strikes. I'm guessing he will. They go. Swinging a roller, foul, and we'll do it again.
It's a little sinker. It starts off right there at the base of the strike zone. By the time you get to it, it's below the zone. Now he's in a 2-strike protect mode as well, but it just, over the years watching Greinke pitch, he just does not concede the middle of the plate.
So it's 3 and 2. And runners go again. Out of play. And he got something to hit that time.
Gamer babes from Half Moon Bay. Oh yeah. And I like how she dressed up the fist.
It's 3 and 2. Runners will be on the move. Nobody out. And Greinke now will spin around.
Not a bad time to do it if you sense they're going to go. If you send them, you're betting on contact. And Posey's been swinging it well.
Three and 2. Runners go. And a high fly ball out into deep right center field. Fairly deep. Span's going to tag. It ends up being a productive out for Posey. Giants will have runners at the corners with 1 out.
Runners are not going there. I mean, a lot of managers, they don't want to run with nobody out and 2 men on simply because it sets up a triple play.
So here's an RBI opportunity for Brandon Crawford. He popped out to end the first inning. He popped out to the catcher.
Middle infielder playing back, double play depth, in on the corners. It is a fly ball situation, and Greinke's not an easy guy to do that on in this situation.
And it's rolled foul, and it's 0-1.
60 pitches through 3 innings.
He's second most in the National League. Matt Kemp has the most. I mean, ideally, you'd like to get a pitch up, but Greinke's not, as you mentioned, not a guy that does that very often.
Lots of work, and a lot of work out of the stretch for Greinke tonight.
0-2.
So now becomes a strikeout situation. Pitch for the ground ball early, then you pitch for the strikeout late. Now he's got him 0-2.
Giants trying to get on the board here in the third. One and two. Belt on deck.
A lot of pressure on Wellington Castillo, the catcher for the D-backs, in this scenario. There always is when there's a runner at third base, but with Greinke, I mean, you're gonna see stuff in the dirt.
One and two to Crawford.
Good take.
Crawford 5 for 26 in his career against Greinke.
And if you're thinking steal, I mean, you have to earn it against Greinke. I mean, he's consistently under 1.25 seconds. That's average. And as we mentioned, Wellington Castillo's got a cannon for an arm. Greinke shook off for the slider.
Out of play.
That was a mistake. And he got away with it. Castillo called the fastball, then the changeup. Greinke wanted that slider. Crawford ranks third in RBIs amongst the major league shortstops.
Out of play. The attack mode on a fastball. And a new baseball for Zach Greinke. See what Greinke does, 2-2.
So Chip Hill thinking Pagan may be stealing here. This calls a throw over.
Hit out into left center field. Tagging will be Span. Catching will be Pollock. And the Giants lead 1-0. Very nice at bat for Brandon Crawford.
Now, very nice indeed. An RBI number 77 on the year for Crawford. And he had to earn that one. So in the end, it was a 2-2 fastball that Crawford stayed inside and had enough hand strength to get it out deep enough to score the run.
And man with 2 outs. Here's Belt. Belt struck out in the second. It's the only strikeout that Greinke has in this game. This guy's ready. Gun show?
Gun show.
Yeah. His buddy next to him's really not into the whole deal. Witness protection.
If you haven't got guns like that guy, you kind of have to lay low in the bushes.
Swing and a miss by Belt, and it's 0-1.
One thing we know about guns, you got arms like that, you don't get cold. Leave your jacket at home.
Good. That's the last we'll be seeing of that guy. Once you do the bicep thing, that's it. 1 ball and 1 strike. Remember, this inning opened up with an error. Gene Segura could not get a handle on a ball that he wanted to throw to first, and that was Denard Span.
Trying to elevate, and that's the one area that when Brandon Belt is slumping, it just seems like he can't get there. The high fastball out over the plate above the belt, but when he starts to heat up and that back shoulder stays a little bit higher and that swing flattens out, all of a sudden he starts getting it.
This is out into Triple's alley, and it's right where Tomas is standing. That's a 30-pitch inning for Zach Greinke. He's got a total of 70. Giants score. It's 1-0.
Park, Joe Panik has been on fire. Coming into tonight's game, hitting .339 in his last 16 games. Of course, 2 home runs on Sunday. Here's what he had to say about it. Is our Geico quote. The past couple of weeks, I've felt like myself again. It was a combination of getting some good counts where I could be aggressive and not missing. I put some good swings on those pitches. Yes, he did indeed, gentlemen.
Yes, he did. Here's Michael Bourne, who takes a called strike. Bourne struck out looking, and here he bounces one to Crawford, and Crawford will go to Belt. 1 out. So the game in Colorado between the Rockies and Dodgers has been postponed, so they will have a day-night doubleheader tomorrow.
Well, and you know the significant thing about that is that's the last day of the regular season. They can expand their rosters on the first. To have to eat up a day-night doubleheader, that is really tough on a bullpen.
It also changes their rotation. Hill was supposed to pitch tonight. Look, there's enough off days where you can play with that. As this is bounced up the middle. Crawford dives, he can't get it. And A.J. Pollock has a one-out hit. So Pollock aboard, and that'll bring up Goldschmidt.
Surprising that both teams didn't ask to go play a doubleheader on Sunday. Or here's the pitch, or the effort from Crawford. This is the first hit of the game. I meant Thursday, not Sunday. Perhaps they're not even playing each other. So tomorrow is the only day they can do it.
That's correct. Goldschmidt hit a fly ball to right in the first inning.
So that is a significant thing. This is the time of year when you're not only watching the scoreboards, but you're watching as to how uncomfortable your opponent is. Are they having extra inning ball games? Are they having day-night doubleheaders?
This has popped up. 2 outs. Well, the other thing too, and it's for both teams, but you just want to avoid having a bad day. A normal bad day would be losing one game. But when you have a doubleheader, you usually end up trying very hard to win them both, but you're happy with a split.
Saw the numbers for Castillo. I mean, he's been on fire lately.
And Pollock started to go, but then put on the brakes. Cueto is going to try to give Buster Posey a shot. There's Kruk, who since yesterday his neck got a little thicker, but he's still good.
Yeah. Can't quite stay out of the Gotham Club. Why would you?
Yeah, hey, they got the best Coca-Colas in there.
They do.
Swing! You're gonna miss.
And they got the big rocks for your whiskey too.
Yeah, you like the big rocks, huh?
Yeah, I do.
There they are.
And they're shaped like a baseball, which is even cooler.
Up the middle. And again, Crawford shading Castillo a couple of steps to pull.
Now the Giants put on a shift for Pollock. They put on a shift for Castillo. You can see that Crawford's about 4 or 5 steps out of straightaway shortstop, and it's just enough to not be able to get to that ball. I mean, when you're Cueto and you have a ball come off the bat, you're thinking inning over.
So here's Lamb. Lamb hit a fly ball to center field in the second. And he takes, I guess, high. 1 ball and no strikes.
Lamb with 25 home runs. Most of his home runs go to the pull side, to right field.
Well, he's not getting it. It's 2-0.
And that's where you want to pitch a guy with power. You want to stay inside corner at the belt.
So it's 3-0. with Yasmani Tomas on deck. Three and one.
So 3-0 green light it.
Pollock at second, Castillo at first. Off his foot, 3-2.
Perfect pitch. 3-1 cutter right on that inside corner. I mean, you know Lamb wants to swing the bat. He didn't want to walk here. You get 25 home runs and 80 RBIs. You're thinking, I got a chance to add to it here. So you are going to expand a little bit.
Runners will be on the move.
If you're Cueto, you can take advantage of that aggressiveness.
And he got him, and that'll end the inning. Pence, Panic, and Nunez coming up.
Perfect pitch.
Authority of the San Francisco Giants. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of San Francisco Baseball Associates, LLC.
Well, Giants fans, it's now easier than ever to catch more Giants baseball in your area by tuning into NBC Bay Area on Channel 11 over the air or Xfinity Cable 3 and 703. Check it out, tell a friend. The next NBC Bay Area and Giants Television Network game is Friday night, September 9th at 6:30 from Chase Field in Phoenix.
So here's Pence. Pence had a base hit in the second inning. And the first pitch is at the knees, and it's 0-1. Panic, and then Nunez. 1-0 Giants. Pence goes around on that hard breaking ball. It's 0-2.
And that's one. You miss it literally by about 2 feet, and you're just not seeing the spin.
One and two.
I think that fastball is just to clean the palate. He wants to get him out with that slider. If he's not seen it, as evidenced by that second strike, you got to throw it again.
Two and two. When it's all said and done, the Giants do have a 1-0 lead, but they've also gotten 74 pitches out of Greinke. On the ground towards the hole. Owens is going to knock it down, and Pence is going to be aboard. That'll be a hit.
Their leadoff base runner against Greinke, and just like that, he's right back in the stretch. Ball hit to the right of Owens. He kind of slides, and the thing comes up on him. High backhander hits him low in the glove, and he realizes with Pence's speed, you don't get a second chance.
So here's Panik, who hit the ball well, only to have it tracked down by A.J. Pollock in center field, and here he takes a strike at the knees, and it's 0-1. Nunez on deck, and it's wide, 1 ball and 1 strike. Pence with a short lead. Struck well again. Pollock spins around. Now he stops as the wind knocks it down. 1 out. So here's Nunez. Nunez drew a walk in the 2nd inning.
It's not an easy guy to walk either.
Tell that Greinke, when the runner on, was more or less wanting to pitch to Cueto. And you can't really do that here. See, Nunez, a pretty good idea trying to go to right field.
He can do that. You've seen him use the whole field. 476 at bats this year. He's had 23 walks, so he likes to swing it. And take a look at his hits by direction, and it really backs up what we're saying about his use of the whole field. You pitch him one way, he'll adjust to you. It's a perfect 0-1 pitch. You go right back up there again. 80 pitches. At the end of 4 innings, you want to be 60 or less to give you an idea of just how far over where he should be.
Line drive, base hit, left field. Pence will stop at second. And now Cueto will be asked to bunt. Cueto hit a little dribbler out in front of home plate and was thrown out to end the 2nd.
Oh yeah, they're feeling it. They're feeling it. You can just tell.
Span is on deck, so Cueto will try to advance. Pence and Nunez.
One should go down the third base line.
And a 64-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch, 1 ball and no strikes. I think that was when Greinke was just practicing.
Well, one thing about Greinke, I mean, if you bunt the ball straight back up the middle, I mean, you might be able to get one by Greinke. He's really busting his tail over to the third base side, anticipating that that is where this bunt is going to go. If you're a pitcher and you leave your position too early, you expose the middle of the field.
And the bunt. Greinke goes to third, and they got him. Like that?
Like that. But the only way Greinke's going to make that play is if he cheats. And he did, and it paid off for him. Watch him come off the mound towards the third base line. I mean, that's a good bunt. From Johnny Cueto's perspective, that is a good bunt. But Greinke negates it by busting off that mound. And remember, his momentum's going towards the first base line.
Yeah, that's a Gold Glove play.
That's
right
a Gold Glove play. So I say, when he leaves this early, it exposes the middle, and you bunt one back up the middle. That's how you handle that. But that's going to be for another day. They will remember that, because they will see Greinke at the last city this next road trip.
Span takes a strike. Denard Span is 0 for 2. He did score the only run in this game when he reached on an error by Gene Segura at second. And this pop-up is going to get Greinke out of the inning if it stays in play, and it does. Giants strand a pair. We'll head to the fifth. 1-0 Giants. State Parks Division of Boating and Waterways, reminding you that life jackets save lives. Yes, they do. Here at AT&T Park, behind Johnny Cueto and a Brandon Crawford sacrifice fly, the Giants lead 1-0. Tomas, Owings, Greinke, fifth inning. And the pitch is in the dirt. 1 ball and no strikes.
Now this is the defensive play that robbed Tomas of a base hit in his first at bat. Joe Panik really sweeping across his front body. That's a tough play. Timing's got to be perfect.
There's a strike. Well, what happens is in the process of spinning around to go after it, you lose sight of the ball, and then you got to pick it up again with the ball behind you. And another strike, 2-2, and that's hard to practice.
Well, remember too, he got hit in the head when the Giants were in Tampa Bay, and he played like about a week after that. It was a play like that where he was going back that he got dizzy and he couldn't shake the dizziness.
Right. 3-2. Yeah, he leaned over to Brandon Belt and said, I don't know, things are not good.
Johnny the Master fan club. Hey, I'm a member of that fan club.
This is a payoff pitch coming up to Tomas. And he walked it.
Well, Thursday, September 15th through the 18th, Giants taking on the Cardinals here at AT&T Park. And Thursday the 15th is Italian Heritage Night, sponsored by Ulati Construction. Your special event ticket will include an Italian Giants knit beanie and a ticket to see the Giants take on the Cards. sfgiants.com/special events.
Pollock walked in the first, and now Tomas walks here in the fifth. Owens bounced out to Nunez in the third inning. One ball and no strikes. When Pollock went on the disabled list, the Diamondbacks needed a center fielder, and it was Owens. 2-0. He volunteered, and he did a nice job on center field. Remember, the Braves had acquired Inciarte. Diamondbacks felt we don't need an extra center fielder, and ended up they did because of the injury. Tap foul. It's 2 balls and 1 strike.
Two-seam fastball, good movement. That'll get you ground balls. Cueto not paying a whole lot of attention to Tomas over at first base. Tomas has got a couple of steals on the year.
Oh yeah, fun look, very nice.
I think Dad's the happiest guy in the planet.
Yeah, he might be. 2-1. 3-1.
Here comes a big pitch here, down 3-1 in the count. You know what? To walk a runner into second base scoring position, and Greinke is more than just a bunter. He swings the bat pretty well.
I think Owens was going to get something to hit. It's now 3-2.
He challenged him with the knees with a fastball.
Three and 2. See what Tomas does. I would doubt he's going to be going. Literally 1.5 steps off of first base. Three-two pitch. Out of play. He came in with a fastball, and he added some velocity at 94.
That's been his best velocity fastball, at least on our speed gun tonight. And that's pretty common to what you see from Cueto. His high velocities come in 2 strike counts, especially after he's established the speed in the mind of a hitter. And he'll add another foot or 2. He can go from there. We've seen him hit 96 this year. Haven't been many of them, but again, it's always in the 2 strike count.
And that'll be a base hit, and it's up the alley. So it may be that Tomas is going to score, And he will, and Owens is going for 3. And he will make it. So on the 3-2 pitch, Owens ties the game, and now the D-backs have the lead run at third.
Well, he backed himself into a get-it-in situation, throws a little cutter out there, and Owens takes advantage of the challenge. And once he gets in the gap with his speed, it's an easy 3-bagger. Tomas, an easy score from first.
So Greinke's at the plate. The infield will play in. And he takes a strike, and it's 0-1. D-backs lead in triples with 51. And they got some gaps in their park that'll give you some triples. Pitch runs inside.
Yeah, both lines.
A leadoff walk has hurt Cueto here in the 5th. 1-2.
Pure strikeout situation here, and that's a good changeup. There wasn't one point in this swing that Greinke wasn't thinking he was getting a fastball.
Blocked by Buster Posey, 2-2.
So he tries to throw it again.
Tap foul.
Greinke making him work.
Segura's on deck. The D-backs have tied the game here in the 5th. And that runs inside.
Another 3-2 count.
See what happens here. And he walked him.
So a nice at bat from Greinke. And now Dave Righetti's going to come out. And this is just to give Cueto a breather. Plus he's ticked off about walking the pitcher. So he's going to cool him down as well. You can see the anger.
NBC Barry investigates to hold the powerful accountable, and now it's expanding its resources to help solve your consumer problems. Introducing NBC Barrier Responds, a new team dedicated to investigating your consumer complaints and returning your money. 1-888-996-TIPS or visit NBCBayArea.com/responds. Every call and every email will be answered. So here's Segura. Cueto now just trying to eliminate a blow-up inning.
You're right. It's all about minimize the damage. You give up a run here in the lead to get a double play. And he's going to have to do it behind the count.
Segura struck out and rolled out to panic. And this is driven into the gap. Pence coming over, and he's going to knock it down. Coming in to score is Owens, and it's 2-1. So Segura knocks in the lead run. And now all 4 hitters here in the 5th have reached.
Little two-seam fastball. He runs on the inside corner, but up right at the belt. And a nice job of staying inside that for Segura. Didn't get too greedy with it. Threw it out the other way. And now this becomes another strikeout situation for Cueto. It's also an opportunity here for the Diamondbacks to bunt. Bourne, a very good bunter.
And he bunts it. Posey's going to pick it up, go to third. They got it. So Bourne retired.
Just did not get it away from Posey enough, and Posey takes the momentum of the play. He's going right to third. You don't have a blazer speed-wise with Greinke coming into third. So a wasted out. And now a ground ball can get him out of this inning. Although Pollock's not that easy to double up. He's got good speed.
He's walked and he's singled. Cueto with 76 pitches. And a strike to Pollock.
Ahead of the count. And he hasn't been there very much in this inning.
Segura at second, Bourne at first. Good speed. And it's low. 1 ball and 1 strike.
The beauty of 0-1 is you get 2 shots at the corners. And for Pollock, who just started playing after a long stint on the disabled list, you don't know how honed in his strike zone is. So bottom line, you have an opportunity to go in a corner here and hope he chases.
It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Foul back, 1 and 2. A walk, a triple, a walk, a single. And then Bourne out on a fielder's choice.
Oh yeah, good night for hot chocolate. Extra whipped cream.
Time for a napkin, maybe. 1 and 2. 2 and 2.
Cueto's digging deep this inning. 80 pitches now.
27 this inning. Two balls, 2 strikes to A.J. Pollock. Nope, 3 and 2.
So another 3-2 count.
Well, we'll see if Chip Hale sends the runners 3 and 2 with 1 out.
Be surprised if they didn't go. They've got good speed on the pass. Segura, Bourne.
And they go. And the throw to third, and they got him. No swing, ball 4. So the walk to Pollock.
right, did he swing? He did not.
So here's Goldschmidt. Cueto, very uncharacteristic. He's walked 3 here in the 5th. And now you got the beef at the plate. No balls and 1 strike.
Let's take a look at where the pitch was from our center field camera. Just a bit outside.
Segura, Bourne, and Pollock are your base runners. It's 0-1 to Goldschmidt. One ball and 1 strike.
Goldschmidt has hit into 12 double plays this year. It does not lead the team. Tomas does with 17, but he's in 2nd place, tied for it. So it's within his skill set to hit a ball and get 2 outs with it. George Cantos, Javier Lopez, and we're talking major red alert down there in that Giants bullpen. Skipper's pacing. Big time concern.
One and 2.
And that's some paint right there. I mean, he's not elevating, so he's not showing signs of fatigue with his location. 2-seamer right on the outside corner.
Well, let's see if he tries to duplicate that. One and 2. Goldschmidt waiting.
Change up. Tried to go in that outside corner, just a bit outside and low. Missed by a whole bunch. Goldschmidt with a good eye.
Got him.
So the strikeout he was pitching for, he gets. 5th strikeout. And he goes to the outside part of the plate once again. And this time Goldschmidt has to protect, and he can't cover it.
And maybe that changeup, Mike, prior to that had something to do with it.
Absolutely, it set it up. But you're not out of the woods yet.
You're
You
not.
are 1 out away from him. Get an emotional strikeout. You start to sniff the barn a bit. That's where you got to bear down.
Suppose he's going to have a word.
.34 pitches. .18 balls, 16 strikes this innings, and the 18 balls really kind of jumps out at you because that is very uncharacteristic of Cueto.
And he's walked 3. 1 ball and no strikes. Castillo struck out in the 2nd, and then he singled up the middle in the 4th. Nowhere to put him. Who's got to come in? Santos, Lopez in the bullpen. Into center field. Span coming in. He can't get it. And that's going to knock in a pair of runs. And it's now 4-1.
So once again, Castillo goes up the middle to beat Cueto, and this one hurts. And that's going to be it for Cueto.
When it's time for a change, think Speedy. Oil change and auto service. Your oil change tune-up and brake experts. We'll be back. Not only will you find seats that you're really going to love, whenever you want, you can find the best seat for your buck when you sort by best value. Get the StubHub app today. 4 runs here in the 5th inning for the Diamondbacks. And the new pitcher is Javier Lopez.
56th time that he has come into a game. And in those 55 games prior, 22 innings amassed. And he's going to be coming in here trying to get 1 out from Jake Lamb.
Lamb is the 9th hitter to hit here in the 5th. And this is rolled foul. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Cueto rocked along through 4. He just kind of didn't see this coming.
Well, no, and a leadoff walk to Yasmani Tomas to start out the inning. And he just was behind in the count. So some good 3-2 at bats. They hurt him.
Hit out into center field. Span with room, and that'll end the inning. So the damage is 4 runs. Giants have some work to do. It's 4-1 Arizona. D-backs lead 4-1.
Well, we want to wish a happy anniversary to Bob and Audrey Sokolov, Giants investors. Their 65th wedding anniversary was August 25th. So a happy anniversary.
How'd she do it?
I don't know.
Here's Pagan.
But two of our favorites, and we do definitely wish them the happiest of anniversaries. 65, that's awesome.
Here's Pagan, and Pagan's going to take a strike. He's 1 for 2. Pagan, Posey, and Crawford. 86 pitches for Zach Greinke. And he contributed offensively in the top of this inning with a walk.
That was a good at bat.
Two. Corey Guerin is now throwing in the Giants' pen. With the day off yesterday, everybody ready to go. Although the next day off isn't until next week.
But they get to expand the rosters on Thursday. So that means that they have some help coming to every bullpen in the big leagues.
And the 2-2 pitch to Pagan. And he rolls this one to the Gold Glover. 1 out. And here's Buster Posey. Tonight has walked, and he's hit a fly ball to right center field that moved Span from second to third.
Oh, they're authentic fans. Say Hey Tuesday was today, and they got cheer cards.
Posey hits a high pop-up into shallow right field. And it'll be Pollock in right center who makes the catch. And that'll bring up Crawford. Crawford had a nice long at bat, ended up with a sacrifice fly in the third.
She's got her pink glove. I mean, how great are pink gloves? Serious business.
Here's Crawford. And it's wide with Belt on deck.
I mean, the whole idea is to get that little girl to put that glove on her hand. You know, if it's a regular color, she may not be drawn to it. That one, that's a hit.
Crawford with a swing and a foul, held on by Castillo. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Santos now joins Corey Guerin. 1-1 with 2 outs here in the 5th. Crawford up the middle, and it kicks on a big hop to Owens, and that'll end the inning. So a 9-pitch inning for Greinke. We'll head to the 6th inning. Stories on this, or on April 11th, 2000 against the Dodgers. That's Doug Mirabelli. Hit the first triple of his career off of Chan Ho Park, and the first ever triple in this ballpark. Stand up, by the way. Mirabelli, by the way, hit another triple in August and did not hit another triple for the rest of his career. His last season was in 2007 with the Red Sox. 1,655 career plate appearances, 2 triples. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your oil change tune-up and brake experts.
So George Cantos coming into his 49th game, 3-2 with a 2.54 ERA, solid season.
And a pop-up out to Crawford in left field. And Crawford will make the catch. Let's check in with Amy Jean.
All right, gentlemen, Hunter Strickland, Josh Osich taking some time before today's game to visit with Navy SEALs and their families. We're going to make it our healthy dose of goodness. It is brought to you by Eric's Deli Cafe. The Navy SEALs Foundation chooses Gold Star families and active SEALs to come out and enjoy a ball game. Hunter Strickland and the Giants are huge supporters of the military and this program. Josh Osich said they risk their lives out there so we can be free here. Very appreciative.
Very nice. Absolutely. Here's Owens. And a strike to Chris Owens, who tripled in the 5th.
Really a nice at bat. Worked the count full. Got a challenge cutter. Jumped on it.
One ball and one strike. It's Zach Greinke on deck. Two and one.
Owens stepping into this at bat, hitting 277. And I think that's a pretty solid season offensively.
This is hit out to Pagan, and Pagan's going to race in, and he made the catch. What a play by Pagan, 2 outs.
I think he may have broke his bat on that swing. The only way you get this if you're Pagan is if you get off to a good jump and ball hits off the end of the bat. Good closing speed, and he winds up getting this thing about a foot off the ground. And how low was it? Low. Nice play. George Cantos taking it.
Here's Greinke. Greinke walked in the 5th. And a swing and a miss. Up the middle and a base hit. For Greinke is the 11th hit of the year. So a couple of balls hit hard off of Cantos. 2 outs and 1 aboard for Gene Segura.
For pitchers, if you hit 200, that's like a hitter hitting 300. And with that swing of the bat right there, Greinke's average on the year now 244. So really one of the premier hitters as a pitcher in the National League, and has been his whole career.
Yes, he has.
Madison Bumgarner, last year's Silver Slugger Award winner, in the pitching position.
Segura with a base hit in the 5th. And a strike, and it's 0-1. Six hits now for the D-backs. Swing and a miss, nothing in 2.
Conto's slider. That was his #1 good one when he's ahead the count 0-1.
That was a good one. One and two.
So good. I want to try it again. One thing, when you have a great slider like Contos does, I mean, it is really easy to get slider happy. But it's one pitch you can overthrow.
The 1-2. Popped out to right center field. Span is going to get there. And that'll end the inning. No runs, a hit, one left. For the Giants, they'll have Belt, Pence, and Panic coming up.
CSN Bay Area is brought to you by Toyota. Toyota's Labor Day clearance event is here. For Labor Day only, get $2,500 total cash back on the redesigned 2016 Prius. Toyota, let's go places. By Kelly Moore Paints, celebrating 70 years as your neighborhood paint store. And by Xfinity. X1 from Xfinity will change the way you experience TV.
It's a 4-1 lead for the D-backs as Brandon Belt's going to lead things off. It will be Belt, Pence, and Panic here in the 6th. Bullpen is working very hard now for the Arizona Diamondbacks. They've got a lefty and a righty.
Well, pitch count an issue with Greinke at 94. And remember, a lot of those are pitches out of the stretch. Stress pitches.
One and one to Belt. Belt has struck out and he's hit a fly ball to right field. Giants need some base runners here in the 6th. Low, 2-1. He'll rub up the new baseball. Just tuning in, worried about the Dodgers. The Dodgers and Rockies were rained out tonight. They'll play a split doubleheader tomorrow. Belt, 1 out. So Belt with a soft flying drive, and here's Pence.
Well, if they play him straight up, that's a base hit. One thing you don't want to ever do, you don't want to get too close to Brandon Belt's locker and start talking about how great the shift is. Because he will drop some stank eye your way.
We had a graphic on Sunday that was pretty interesting. Hunter Pence is 2 for 2. The graphic we're talking about, against the shift, Belt hitting 255, with no shift 326. That was a graphic we showed on Sunday. And those were with a significant amount of at-bats. 1 and 2.
Pitch number 101. I don't know if Chip Hale, the skipper of the D-backs, is going to allow Greinke to get back into his stretch if the Giants get a base runner.
Pence, a little pop-up to right field. Can Tomas get there? He cannot. And Pence is going to have a double.
You can't have it both ways. When you play in this ballpark in right field, you're either going to play straight up and cover the lines, or you're going to play towards the gap in right center and give the line. And Tomas is playing towards right center, and there's no way that he can get all the way over here. So it winds up being a little Texas League double. And with 1 out, it puts Greinke in the stretch position, and they're going to let him continue.
Panik has hit the ball hard twice. 2 line drives to center field that were caught.
He's the guy you want up there right now if you have a runner in scoring position. Quality first pitch back door in that outside corner with a little slider.
Pitch is down low. Nunez on deck. Giants have Parker, Gillespie, Brown, Hernandez, and Adrianza coming off the bench. Ready to throw again. Won't take him long.
No, you're right. He's already had 1 home. Gets that first pitch strike, and all of a sudden you get the assortment of pitches with downward bite, and he wants you to swing at that one below the strike zone. He'll try and cherry pick your hands with a fastball.
Driven out into Triple's alley, and guess what? Nobody's there. Pence is going to score, and the Giants cannot catch a break on that warning track.
Fan touched the ball. Fan touched the ball. This would have been a triple. Unless it was going to bounce in the stands.
Well, yeah, it bounced over.
It was going to be. You can't fault that fan. She did not interfere. The ball bounces over the wall. I mean, she touched it. It was going over the wall. So don't throw her out for that. Nevertheless, the last pitch that Greinke is going to throw tonight.
4 balls then bounce into this bleachers. So Greinke's going to stay in the game.
Well, at this point, I mean, that's a break for the Giants. And Greinke's 106 pitches into this outing. Now, Bruce Bochy is going to ask for some clarification as to how the umpires interpreted this. If they say it's fan interference, then he's going to want a triple out of it. If they're going to say, no, that ball would have bounced over the fence, then the discussion is going to be over.
Well, then he's going to say, well, maybe we want you to look at it.
Well, and they probably will. Because it's not a ground rule double. If they, in the eyes, it's umpire's discretion. And if they feel that he could get 3 bases off it, then they would do that. But clearly, the umpires thought that it was going to bounce over the wall.
Nunez has walked and he's singled. And a rocket on the ground to Lamb, and Lamb is going to throw him out. And Gillespie's going to hit. So here's Gillespie. Nunez hit that ball hard. Gillespie's been swinging the bat well.
Well, it really has been a hard 247. And that's not tongue in cheek. There is such a thing.
On the ground to first. And that's going to end the inning. So the Giants pick up a run. It's now 4-2 D-backs. Cueto got knocked out in the 5th inning when the D-backs scored 5 times or 4 times. Castillo got the big hit in that inning. Greinke still in the game. Hunter Pence is 3 for 3. And we do have a couple of changes. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your oil change tune-up and brake experts.
Well, Corey Guerin, one of those changes. 47th time that he has come into a game. 3-1 with a 4.87 ERA. Since coming off the disabled list, he has had a few problems with his location being up. When he's right, you're going to see high sidearm delivery in the low 90s with big time sink, hard slider, and a changeup.
And here's Michael Bourne, and he takes a strike. By the way, Hernandez into the game. This is not a double switch, so something's up with Span. tap to third, and it rolls foul. And the Giants are hoping it rolls foul.
Yeah, that's a good thing. With Bourne's speed, that'd have been an easy base hit.
So as we wait for Michael Bourne to walk slowly back. Down the left field line, foul. Look at
Whoa, stay up. I got money on you. Chip Robertson. See, if he had regular baseball spikes, he makes this play. I got to give him an A for effort, though. Fearless.
Close, 1-2.
That would Chip.
If you don't do that, nobody's going to see it.
Darrell Kessler. He makes that play with the black shoes.
1 ball and 2 strikes. Two and 2. Pollock and then Goldschmidt.
Well, this becomes a big pitch. Giants get a run back, trailing 2. You do not want to open up an inning when you've got speed like Bourne by way of a walk. And he is a table setter.
Out of play.
And Guerin goes right at him with 90. It's really when a sinker baller is most vulnerable, when he has to throw a get it in strike and he has to elevate to the strike zone. Ideally, he wants to throw a fastball at the base of the strike zone and have you get after it and have the movement take it below the strike zone. But anytime you can get him in a scenario where he's got to get it up, raise it up a bit, improves your chances.
Two pitch. Hit on the ground to Belt. Belt will go to the bag.
And I think Michael Bourne swung at ball 4. That's a break for the Giants.
So here's Pollock. I think you're right.
Fastball off the plate in. But hey, he's in the 2-strike protect mode, so he expands. But this time it goes in favor of the Giants, and that's a big out, and it keeps speed off the base pass.
Well, Pollock has made a difference in this game. He's been on base 3 times.
He has not looked rusty in this game.
He has not. Hit out into left field, but hit softly, and it's going to fall. So Pollock dumps a single into left, and that'll bring up Goldschmidt.
Randall Delgado, the right-hander, getting ready. So Zach Greinke's night appears to be ending. Got to keep an eye on Pollock. Last year he had 39 stolen bases for Arizona. He was only thrown out 7 times.
Oh, he did everything last year.
He did everything. Hit .315. He had 20 homers and 76 RBIs. Stole 39 bags. He was the guy.
How many did he score? Oh, sorry, he put the book away. My bad. Pitch is outside. 1 ball and no strikes.
Well, he scored 111 runs.
111?
Yep. Dang, the guy's an all-star. When the Diamondbacks lost him right at the start of the season, I mean, that was a devastating blow to them.
Runner goes. Great jump. No chance. That's the 3rd steal for Pollock. But remember, he just hasn't played a lot.
Well, and you better pay attention to him at second base, too. Especially with a right-handed hitter up there. But that stolen base does one thing. Takes the bat out of Goldschmidt's hand.
So the guy that's got the biggest hit in the game is coming up, and that's Castillo. Castillo singled in the 4th and then singled again in the 5th, and that's the base hit where he knocked in a pair. And that was after Cueto had struck out Goldschmidt. He needed 1 more out to limit the damage to just 2 runs. And then the hit. The pitch. Inside corner for a call strike.
.30 home runs, most home runs in the National League for catchers since 2015.
Hit on the ground to Nunez. Nunez to Panic to Belt, double play. So strategy worked, and now we'll go to the bottom of the 7th. Top of the order, Hernandez to lead things off.
MLB TV Premium, the #1 live streaming sports service, is there. We use it every day. You can watch every out-of-market game live in HD on over 400 supported devices. Go to MLB.tv for details.
It's a 4-2 lead for the D-backs. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service. Your oil change tune-up and brake experts.
So Randall Delgado, the new pitcher for the Diamondbacks, and you're going to see a 4-pitch guy who can go low to mid-90s with the velocity, more mids than lows. Curveball, slider, changeup.
Facing Hernandez, and Hernandez chases the first pitch and misses. Hernandez, Pagan, and then Posey. And he shows bunt, and he pulls the bat back on the appeal. No swing. 1 ball and 1 strike. So Span departs. We'll find out what the reason for that is.
The bullpen has been the Achilles heel this year for these Diamondbacks. Inherited runs scored 89. That's the most in Major League Baseball, and their bullpen ERA at 5.08 ranks last. They do play in a live ballpark. It's a hitter's ballpark, but still, it has been problematic for them.
2-2 to Hernandez. And he got him. Let's check in with Amy G.
Well, gentlemen, you were talking about A.J. Pollock, and some people have questioned why he would come back with just a little over 30 games to play after such a difficult injury. And A.J. Pollock spoke out. He said it was really important to him. He wanted to shake off the rust against some Major League pitching, and he wanted to use these last few games to boost his confidence into 2017, ride that momentum. He also said if you're a baseball player not playing when you're healthy enough to play, it just doesn't feel right. Guys?
Just doesn't feel right. Here's Pagan. And Pagan takes high and wide. I tell you what didn't feel right is when you're on the DL and you feel like you're a lost soul.
You feel like you are not part of it.
You just don't. I told this story before, but when I hurt my knee and I was out for more than almost a year, and there wasn't a lot of lockers in the old Cleveland Municipal Stadium clubhouse, and one of the coaches asked me if I'd give my locker up for somebody, and I said, absolutely not.
I said, you can't ask a guy to do that.
And it was the one haven that I went to during the season, and even though you can't play, you still want to be part of the group.
I can't believe a guy would ask you that.
Well, it wasn't accepted very well, I can assure you of that.
No, hold your ground. I mean, your world is upside down when you're on the DL. You can't make a contribution. All you are is a cheerleader. But your locker's your locker. Come on. That's your little piece of territory in that clubhouse.
And a bit high. It's 2-2.
But you do get quiet. I mean, you could be a 14-time All-Star, and if you go on the DL, pretty soon your voice fades. If you're not on the field, make a contribution. Be quiet when they have the team meetings.
Pagan, it's a little pop-up foul.
That's a great picture. Turn back the clock day, and Matt Williams, he stuffed his shirt, and he did the greatest Babe Ruth we'd ever seen.
Does that have to mean a rain delay or of some sort?
There's the big Marine. One of our favorites. What a great teammate. He's done just about everything in this game. Coached, managed.
He sat in a couple of games. It was probably 6 or 7 years ago when you took some off.
Well, yeah, he was doing some regular broadcasting with the Diamondbacks for a while. But the call of the field was just too strong. He didn't want to stay in the broadcast booth. He wanted back in the dugout.
Driven into right center field. Nobody's there. And this is going to flatten out. And Pagan's on the move. And for whatever reason, Pagan stays at second.
Well,
so that'll be a double.
Remember a few days ago he missed a game because of a tight hamstring. So I don't know if he's playing 100%, but this right here tells me he's not. Because when you get a ball in the gap here, you're at least thinking as you're around at first base, you got a chance for 3.
I think you're 100% correct.
Because that's not like him to bust out of the box, especially when there's a triple on the line.
Buster Posey is 0 for 2, a walk, 2 fly balls. And he takes low and away, 1-0. It's low.
Just at the base of the zone. Delgado wanted it.
I don't know about you, Mike, but it is so hard to see the numbers at night with these D-back uniforms.
Well, I mean, it's hard to see him on the field. The numbers are tough.
Pagan leaned to third, but a nice play by Castillo.
Plenty of activity in the bullpen there for Arizona. Jake Barrett, the right-hander. Edwin Escobar, the left-hander. He will green light. I mean, he's going to sit on a speed. He's going to sit on a location. And if he gets it, he's going to try and tie this game up. So Delgado looked like he didn't want any part of him, throwing him a curveball on a 3-0 count.
Well, it's going to get him out of the game.
Here comes Chip Hill.
So we will have a pitching change here with 1 out in the 7th, with Crawford coming up. The D-backs lead 4-2. the 7th inning.
New pitcher now for the D-backs will be Edwin Escobar, coming into his 10th game. He used to be with the Giants and went over to Boston Red Sox in that deal. It sent Heath Hembree to the Red Sox in exchange for Jake Peavy. See his numbers, 1 and 2 with a 9.42 ERA, 31 base runners in 14 1/3. When he's right, you're going to see a guy who has a pretty good fastball, and it's a low 3/4 release. It goes low to mid-90s. He's got a hard slider, and pretty much that's what you're going to see. 2 pitches.
Well, Escobar's got 2 lefties coming up, Crawford and Belt. Crawford is 0 for 2. No balls and 1 strike. Pagan, Posey. 0-2. Back to back, 92.
And he may have had slider in the back of his mind there. They bunch the gaps against Crawford in the outfield, give them the lines on both sides of the field.
On the ground, it could be a pair. That's 1, and that's 2. So Escobar comes in, gets the double play, and we will head to the 8th. It's 4-2 D-backs.
Right now it's Hunter Strickland for the Giants. 61st time that he's come in, 3-1 with a 2.65 ERA, and he's been throwing a great ball of late. High velocity fastball, slider, and a split.
And here he's facing Lamb, and Lamb will look at a strike.
Oh, you
99 down low.
You look at the knob of his bat. That's really a small little knob.
Hit out to Pagan and left. I think he hit that ball pretty good. Give you an idea about the difference in ballparks. That may have a shot at Chase Field.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Here's Yasmani Tomas. Outside to Tomas.
Well, I got to believe this guy's from Philadelphia. Likes the Flyers, likes the Eagles.
It's Pete Alonso incognito.
Could be.
Out of play.
Pete, one of our longtime camera people, who is from Philly. And despite all the years living in the Bay Area, with all the great teams here, he has remained true blue to all the Philadelphia teams.
That's because he's a knucklehead. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2. First game certificates.
A couple of them. So Michael and Oliver Estrada, welcome. Let's go, Mom and Dad.
A 1 ball and 2 strikes to Tomas. Outside, 2-2. On deck is Chris Owings. Get on the ground to Crawford. Crawford. 2 outs. And here's Owings. Owings tripled in the 5th inning. And his triple knocked in Tomas, and that tied the game. And a strike.
Just an easy 99. And we've seen him in the hundreds here the last couple outings. His mechanics have just been solid. That you maximize your velocity when your mechanics are solid, and he has been very good. Except on that pitch.
1 ball and 1 strike. In tight.
We had a gamer day on Sunday, and it was a group right around 10 o'clock here at the ballpark. We got together and we highlighted a couple of the significant others in our organization.
And strike, 2-2.
We had Joe Panik and his fiancee Brittany, and we had Stacy Slaughter, one of the executive vice presidents with the Giants. She was fantastic. And then Hunter Strickland and his wife Shelley. And Shelley was she was great. She was talking about when Hunter first got to the big leagues, and they were renting an RV to save some money. Small place. They had a washer dryer in the RV. And she got up one morning, let Hunter sleep, and she was going to clean up, do the dishes, and she was going to do a load of wash. And so she's there putzing about. All of a sudden, Hunter jumps up from out of the bedroom going, "Hey, we're having our first California earthquake. Hey." And she looks at him, she goes, "Hunter, it's the dryer on the spin cycle, not an earthquake. Go back to bed." And she absolutely stole the show. It was great.
Well, hey, if you're not from here, you start to think things.
Just a bit outside.
Three and two. Out of play. The schedule for the Giants. Day game tomorrow. Night game Thursday. Then it's day, 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 day. So the next 6 games, 5 of them will be day games. Three and two. Out of play. Giants will get in late tomorrow night, and the Cubs will schedule the night game, which is a good thing. And then after that, day games. Back to the old school Wrigley.
Well, I remember that one year, I think it was 83 or 4. I think the Giants, we had like 55 day games.
Yeah. Didn't like it.
You know.
Foul back.
Well, I came over to the Cubs, and my 5 years with the Cubs, I never saw a night game.
Yeah.
Didn't have lights at Wrigley Field. Day baseball. Which, if you had a family and you lived out in the suburbs, you didn't see much of them.
It was the greatest home field advantage for the Cubs.
It didn't seem that way.
More guys took Rush Street into their first at bat than any other.
Well, from that perspective, yeah. But you drive into traffic in the morning and you get to the ballpark.
Well, there was also stuff you could take back then.
And it was better than coffee.
3 and 2. Hernandez on the move, and he'll put it away to end the inning. Long at bat, won by Strickland. And now the Giants will send up Belt, Pence, and Panic. the Hyundai Sportsnet Central tonight after Giants post-game live right here on CSN, Bay Area. Reaction to this game, you'll hear from Alex and Navarro Bowman. You're going to hear from him as well. So Escobar to face Belt. The D-backs are leading 4-2. And Belt hits a high fly ball to left. It'll be Bourne over by the line, and he makes the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out. And here's Pence.
I just got a text message from Pat Gallagher, who has been in the Giants organization many years, and he said, Grook, it was 1985, real grass, real sunshine, real baseball. Scheduled 63-day games at Candlestick. And that was the year that the Giants lost 100 games.
So it really wasn't real baseball, Pat.
No, it's not a good idea. 63-day games.
And, you know, I don't believe that that was Pat Gallagher's idea. I think he had a rough night one night, and somebody came up with the idea the next morning, and he signed off on it.
Yeah, it could be. That would explain it.
Pence drives one high and foul. It's 0-2.
We had one doubleheader. It was a makeup game, and it started at 10:30 in the morning. It felt like a B game in spring training.
So far, I'm thinking 1985 is a disaster.
It is pretty much the only time in Giants history that they lost 100 games. 63-day games. So Pat, thanks for clearing that up for us.
Way to go, Pat. '85 was so bad that it allowed the '86 team to actually have a reunion that finished in 3rd place.
And that was this year. 30-year reunion for the '86 Giants.
Well, why not have the '85 reunion?
No, that.
A bit outside. You can have it during the day with nobody in the park. It's just the way it was when we played.
Absolutely. First time gamer, babe. Well, welcome. They've got their good attitude on.
Giants need a base runner. It's 3-2 to Pence. And Pence is going to foul this one off and will reset and do it again. Out of play. Crazy Crab was 84, right? I think so, because I think we did commercials in the spring training of '84.
I love the Crazy Crab.
But I haven't remembered if he actually made the cut for '85. I don't think he did.
Yeah, he may have started it out.
There's a base runner.
Great at bat.
Pence has been on base 4 times. Joe Panik had an RBI double in the 6th.
Well, he really swung the bat well against Greinke the entire night. The first 2 at bats hit the ball in the nose, didn't get much to show for it. This one finally finds a gap and made it a 4-2 ball game.
Escobar to Panik. Fouls it back. Panik has hit the ball hard 3 times.
Straight up in the outfield. Pretty straight up in the infield. I mean, you see that defense now 2 ways. One, with a guy they don't know much about, a young player, and 2, a guy that uses the whole field. This was Sunday, one of 2 home runs that Joe Panik hit that day. Almost identical locations up.
Up the middle. That's one. And that's two.
And that's the big leagues.
So it'll go 4-6-3, and we will head to the ninth. Inning. And Sergio Romo is now the new pitcher. So Romo, see his numbers? He's done a good job. Actually, he's got a better average against lefties than righties. But remember, Romo was injured for more than half the season. As here he's facing Phil Goslin, the pinch hitter. And a strike, and it's 0-1. So Goslin hitting, he's hitting at 284. Segura's on deck. Breaking ball and a little pop-up out to Crawford. So Goslin's retired, and that'll bring up the top of the order. See, for appearances for Romo, this is number 500.
That's a pretty significant milestone, too.
Yes, it is.
It says two things about you. One, you're good, and two, you've been durable.
And a breaking ball down low to Segura. For the Giants in the ninth inning, they'll have Nunez, then a pinch hitter, and then Hernandez. On the ground towards the hole, Belt's got it. Belt's going to throw to Romo, and they got him! And I hope Romo's okay, and he may not be. Even into first base hard. So hard that it didn't look like anybody's ankles would hold up. And he's got the bad ankle anyway.
Well, just a great play. And you're just going to wonder how he's going to get a throw off from his back knee. It's got to be lead perfect. And indeed, they do get him. Looks like he may have jammed his right heel.
Yeah, it could have been even the back one then.
Yeah, could have been just a massive shin burger on the left leg, too.
Ouch.
Let's get over there and touch it any way you can, then get out of Dodge. But what a play from Belt. I mean, the throw was absolutely spot on. Ends up being a spectacular play.
It sure does.
'57 consecutive airless games at first base, tied for the longest streak. Longest streak this year by a first baseman.
Here's Bourne, who takes a strike.
He's been shaking his head a lot tonight. A lot of corner strikes called against him, and he has not been too happy about it. It's reflected in his 0 for 4 night. I think Bill Welke, the plate umpire, has done a good job tonight.
Yep. I would agree with you.
Corey Guerin's got his helmet on. He's ready.
Parker.
Oh, I beg your pardon. Jared Parker.
And tight. 2 balls and 1 strike. Looks just like Corey Guerin. I mean, seriously, I thought it was him.
Yeah, way to pick me up, partner.
Matter of fact, they could be twins.
Here's what happens.
Guerin's a good hitter, so yeah, I mean, the fact that he's been in the game already.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
This is an old-timers game. Guerin can hit as many times as he wants.
I love that about every time he's
2-2. Pulled on the ground, foul.
So climb the hill, get ready to throw another one.
Panic's got it on 1 hop. And that'll end the inning. Nice play. Giants need 2 to tie and 3 to go home.
At the D-backs catcher Wellington Castillo tonight is that man. He came up with the big swing of the bat. That's back in the 4th inning when the D-backs had put 4 on the board against Johnny Cueto. It was a 2-hit night, a couple of RBIs. Because of that, he is our player of the game. Brought to you by Honda, Wellington Castillo.
Daniel Hudson is the new pitcher.
Daniel Hudson has become the closer for this D-backs team. 2-2 on the year with a 6.04 ERA. He's got great stuff. I mean, with Hudson, you're going to see mid to high 90s with velocity, hard slider, and a changeup. He has 1 save and 2 save opportunities, so they're still at the experimentation process about getting him comfortable and acclimated as a closer. But you cannot fault his stuff. It's good. It's a big arm.
Here's Nunez. And Nunez takes a strike on the inside corner. I don't think Nunez was all that thrilled about that call, but now he's behind 0-1. Nunez has been on base twice. This is out of play. It's 0-2.
95.
Hit well to center field. Owens, however, has got a beat on it, or make that Pollock 1 out. And here's Parker. It's going to be Adrianza instead of Parker.
Well, they're going to say Parker because of his power.
Yeah, that's a clear thinking here. Adrianza gets on base, now you got a guy that can tie it up. And Adrianza, who's coming in with a high average at 344.
Well, he's done well pinch hitting, 5 for 13. And what you want in that batter's box when you're pinch hitting is some confidence, and he's got that.
And tight. Day baseball tomorrow, so join us. And this is hit out to right field for Tomas. 2 outs. And that'll bring up Parker.
Career as a pinch hitter, 5 for 15 with a big fly. Right now they just need a base runner.
Base runner for Pagan. And they get one.
Well, the last thing Daniel Hudson wanted to do was hit somebody.
Well, Pagan has a shot.
So Castillo out to talk to Hudson. Little pep talk. And it's also a, hey, we need to go after this guy. We don't need to get Posey up here in this situation. Pagan tonight, couple knocks, 2 for 4. And a very solid season.
Pagan is 2 for 4. Trying to get it to Buster Posey. Parker will go. And it's a call strike. For the sake of the D-backs, Parker at second, he doesn't mean anything. It's the guy at the plate that does. One ball and 1 strike.
He's country hardballing right there at 96.
I mean, if you're Pagan, he's got that one area where if you put it there, he can knock it out to right field.
Yeah, I think he was trying to do that very thing in that last swing. Now you protect. You get the die-hard mode.
On the ground and a base hit. Parker's going to score and Posey's going to hit. And for Pagan, a 3-hit night.
Well, and this one is huge, obviously. Makes you run closer, but more importantly, it gets a guy who can end this game in one swing in the batter's box, and he represents the winning run.
Buster tonight is 0 for 2 with a couple of walks. His history against Hudson, 5 for 16. And one of those 5 hits, an extra base hit, a double. A double here could very well tie the game.
Diamondbacks back up the outfield, the doubles defense.
One ball and no strikes.
The situation calls for the outside corner here if you're Hudson. He misses middle in, that's a mistake. And that's what Posey's looking for, especially in a 1-0 count. He's looking for a mistake.
Two balls, no strikes. Swinging a foul back. With a rip.
Ball just with the two-seam movement runs up the bat and gets off the sweet spot. Change up. And he just missed it. And he was on it. That changeup did not fool that lower body at all.
And the 2-1 to Buster Posey. On the ground, and Segura's got it. And that's the ball game. So Posey hits it on the screws, and the Giants in this short 2-game series drop game 1, and it was 1 inning, a 4-run 5th inning that did the damage.
Well, a very uncharacteristic 4-run inning off of Johnny Cueto, who's going to shake his head over a couple of things that got away. And the Giants will go back home, and it's a quick turnaround tomorrow. So tomorrow they're going to give the ball to Matt Moore and hope that he can get it back on the winning track.
All right, final score, D-backs 4, Giants 3. Thanks for joining us. Stay tuned. East Giants Postgame Live with interviews and the wrap starts right now.